It's great to be here with Oscar winner Tim Robbins. He plays the Secretary of State in HBO's new comedy, The Brink, starring with Jack Black in a crazy race to prevent World War III. Take a look.
We need eyes and ears on the ground. And I need hair of the dog pronto.
Yeah, well, you know there's no alcohol allowed in this situation.
Make it look like orange juice. Christ, do you think LBJ fought Vietnam in this room sober?
Yeah, we lost that one, remember?
Tell me about it.
Welcome to Tim Robbins right here. I guess you're an unconventional Secretary of State.
He's complicated, a little morally complicated.
You know, looking at the trailer, this seems like some kind of a mix between Veep and Dr. Strangelove.
Yes, the writers and the producers were using Strangelove as a model. Also MASH and Catch-22, and those great movies in the 70s that had great satire, great bite to them.
Yeah, and this definitely does. And Jack, you play with Jack Black, he's a foreign service officer in Pakistan.
Yes.
Pakistan's got the bomb.
Well, there's been a coup d'etat in Pakistan, so everything is unstable. And so I'm, as the Secretary of State, I'm the voice of reason in the situation. Everyone wants to, start bombing. So I'm trying to appeal to diplomacy as a way to solve the problem in the midst of this crisis.
And trying to live your life.
I also, at the same time, am trying to, score women. It's in the midst of an international crisis.
And you and Jack Black go way back. I just learned this morning. You actually hired him for a play back when he was 12 years old.
When he was 12 years old, I cast him in a play I'd written called Inside Eddie Binstock at the Deja Vu Coffee House in Los Angeles. And I've known him since, yeah.
Since this is Throwback Thursday, we're actually going to show you also gave him his first movie role, your great movie, Bob Roberts, back in 1992. Let's show a little bit of that right now.
Bob Roberts, it has been a pleasure meeting you. I just wish there was a way I could vote for you 100 times.
There is. He's glaring like a psychotic.
Just kidding.
He's got that nice buzz cut there.
He's got that psychotic glare in his eye. It was so great. I was like, his future film star gotta be,
It's right there. He pops out of the screen.
Yeah, he
Before you
pops
go,
out.
I want to talk about this project you have now called the Prison Project, where you're putting your kind of acting skills to work to help young men, especially make the transition from prison back out of prison.
Young and older men and women too. We work in women's prisons too. Yes, the Actors Gang has been doing it for 8 years. We discovered that it's quite effective. The way that we just do.
What do you do exactly?
Well, we train them the same way we train our actors. It's a rigid discipline. I think one of the reasons it works is because it relies on emotional honesty, and there's a certain physical nature to the work. So the combination of those two elements have led us to understand that it's actually quite effective, and it can be transformative in their lives. It gets them to deal with their emotions in a more honest way. And the way I put it is, it's a public safety issue. All these guys in prison, most guys, 90% of them are getting out at some point, and they're going to be moving to your neighborhood. Wouldn't you want them to have better tools coming out than when they went in? And there's a shocking lack of rehabilitative services in the prison system in America right now.
Such important work. Thanks for doing it.
My pleasure.
Brink premieres on June 21st on HBO.